Well, hello, all of you beautiful faced human beings. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Lafie Roos. Sydney if you're nasty, or polite. Your choice. If this is not your first time, welcome back. Thank you so much for returning. I appreciate your face. This is my weekly video that I upload called Feelin Fine Friday. I don't know what that was. I'll never do it again, I promise. In this weekly series that I do, I talk about whatever I want to talk about because I am a human being with a lot of opinions on things, and I know nobody in my real life cares, so maybe somebody on the internet will care. No, none of you care either. I'm still going to talk about it because I don't know. Sometimes you just got to get your thoughts and feelings out, you know? This week's episode I thought would be fun to make it a little more Valentine's Day themed, since this is going to be up on a Friday, but Valentine's Day is not too far behind, being this Sunday? I think it's Sunday. But anyway, I thought it would be fun to go through some of my favorite shows on Netflix that kind of have like a romancy and or feeling good vibe to them. And then at the end, I thought it might just be fun to tell you guys about my favorite of all time romance film. It's not even just a romance film, which is part of the reason why I love it, but we'll get into that in due time. The first show on Netflix that I wanted to talk about that I personally find to be pretty cute and in a sense it leaves you feeling fine, but fair warning, this show covers a lot of very dark topics. It is a bit of a dark comedy, and so I would very highly suggest that if violence and swearing and adult themes are not your thing, steer clear of this show. It does kind of have some feel-good elements to it, but you kind of have to wade through a lot of horrible to get there. You get to a really kind of sweet, almost like Romeo and Juliet love story that I just think is really cute. But you do kind of have to really, really glance to see it. Well, that Netflix show is called The End of the Effing World. It's about two teenagers, James and Alyssa, who meet, and Alyssa's a bit of a wild child, and James actually is questioning as to whether or not he's a psychopath, and they're kind of the perfect medicine for what's going on in each other's lives, and they kind of fall in love, and it's very, very cute and very, very sweet. I don't want to spoil too much for any of these shows, so I'm not going to go into exactly what happens, but just beware, it can be pretty violent and graphic at parts. The next show that I want to talk about is kind of the polar opposite. It's very funny, but in a very innocent way. I identify a lot with the main character, but that show is New Girl. I love this show. It's just silly. It's just funny in all of the most innocent ways. And a lot of the characters falling in and out of love and finding love and heartbreak and finding new love and new heartbreak. And you can find a lot of characters in it that you recognize in yourself and those around you. The characters are relatable in a sitcom-y way, obviously. So I like that. The next show that I want to talk about is a bit different because it doesn't leave you feeling good because, like, there's, like, a sweet storyline or characters are falling in love. It's reality TV, but it's the sweetest type of reality TV. But this show is the Great British Bake Off. I love this show, you guys. I love it. I love it. You know, it's just like, it is such a calming show in the best way. And it also really makes you want to bake things. That's kind of why I wanted to include it in today's video, is because it is not a feel-good show, like I said, in that the story is sweet or makes you feel good. It just makes you happy to watch all of these people bake, do something that they love, and get complimented on it, and just just see what they come up with, because these are all normal people on this show. Like, these aren't professional bakers or chefs or anything like that. These are just normal people who like to bake as a hobby, and it's so fun to watch them just go to town. It's relaxing. It's the perfect thing to put on before bed. It suits me. I turn into a little baby. I suck my thumb and I go right to sleep when you put the Great British Bake Off on. It's Amazing, or the Great British Baking Show. One of the two. Sydney, you don't even know the name of the show. Come on. The next show that I wanted to talk about is a show that is feel good, but in a sadder type of way. But I still love it. So I watched Ricky Gervais's Afterlife. It is so sweet, but like I said, in the saddest of ways. But it also kind of makes it even like sweeter, because you walk away almost like appreciating everything. Ricky Gervais plays a recently widowed husband, and he's just so desperate to be with his wife again, and he misses her so much, and he's so sad without her. He's so depressed that he's contemplating not being with us anymore. It was very sad. But it has so many of these like little twinkles of happiness that you're just like, oh my god. Because when anything even slightly sweet happens to Ricky Gervais's character, you're like, yes. Because just the love that Ricky Gervais's character has for his wife is so sweet and so intense that it makes you both happy and sad. That leads me into the last TV show that I'm going to talk about, because it's also Ricky Gervais. But this show is feel good in the ultimate feel good way. You just want to be a better person after watching this show, which is why it's my ultimate feel good Netflix show. That is Derek. It is the ultimate feel good show. Ricky Gervais plays the titular character, Derek. Titular meaning the title, not any other type of titular. Get your mind out of the gutter. He is this character that is just the most pure thing that I have ever seen. He is the purest of pure characters. Eric works at an old folks home in England. It's British. 3 out of the 5 shows I named were British. I find that to be fascinating. He loves old people. He loves listening to all their stories. He loves talking to them. He loves his job. He loves all the people that he works with. He just loves everything and everyone. Okay, that's the main thing you need to take away from the show, Derek, is that he loves everything and everyone. And that show makes my heart happy. All of these shows make my heart happy, and they are fantastic shows to watch on Valentine's Day with you and your significant other, or by yourself, because they're awesome, awesome, feel good shows. But yeah, so those are some shows that I really, really love. And if you're looking for a really good romance film, is legit The Princess Bride. And the one thing that I love about this movie, the one reason that I really, really, really love this film, that I wanted to talk about it today, is because I think it's a movie that literally anyone can enjoy. And the whole part of the film is that this movie is not just a romance movie, or that this isn't just a romance story, right? They actually play that up in the movie to be like, oh, there's all sorts of action and scary things and creatures and evil people and true love, right? They play that up. I think even decades later this movie holds up to the test of time, because I think that everybody anywhere can enjoy this movie. So it's my favorite romance movie of all time. It's super adorable while also being funny, interesting, action-packed. What other romance movie do you know that has a game of wits? Come on. With Wallace Shaw, no less. Get out of here. This movie is perfect. If you don't know anything about The Princess Bride, it is a movie starring Carrie Elwes and Robin Wright. I believe at the time she was Robin Wright Penn. Neither here nor there. Carrie Elwes and Robin Wright play two lovers who are separated due to circumstance. He needs to make money because they can't be together because he's so poor, so he wants to go make money, find his fortune, whatever. And this takes place back in the olden days. This entire story is being told to a little baby Fred Savage, the actor Fred Savage. His grandfather's reading him a book about these two lovers who separate and then find each other years later. Robin Wright's character Buttercup, that's her name. She's engaged to a prince, so she's bougie now. Princess Buttercup, so bougie. Then Wesley finds her. He's a little let down, he's a little heartbroken, but they manage to rekindle their love and take on the odds. And that's where I'm going to leave you on this movie review. I love it. It's so nice. It's so great. Valentine's Day. You don't need to be with somebody to enjoy Valentine's Day. Enjoy it with these films instead. So anyway, that's the Feelin Fine Friday video today. I will link last week's Feelin Fine Friday up here, where I talk about some very interesting YouTube rabbit holes that I've fallen down. And I will also link a playlist at the end of the video where you can watch all of my Feelin Fine Fridays. Thank you so much for watching. Your face is awesome. My face is awesome. Everybody's face is awesome. Happy Valentine's Day, all. And I will see you when I upload again. Bye.